Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, I know the day for Arena was yesterday, but at the same time, I couldn't really do a video yesterday because I don't have the information. None that's, that was already out there in like a patch notes. How do you do a video then while people are waiting for the arena or whatever, trying to do it? Somewhat difficult and almost handcuffed not getting some of this information early. But, oh well. It's not like it costs anything to go to the arena, which is nice. So here is me, and no, this is not, at the time I'm recording this video, I recorded the arena match last night, making a video now. So this is me watching a recording, talking to you guys about the recording. Something I have done before. Going through the processes here of the arena. I was going to let this roll, but I wanted to point something out to you. You saw how to join the squad. Pay attention over here, because I do actually pause this video because it took us a while to get our 5th member, which is somewhat of a downside to this. There is a little bit of bracketing. You see here, I can't join this one. Only 40 to 50. Why they didn't join us? Because, I guess. I'm not sure I really like this part of it. And it's not necessarily the joining part. It's, well, I mean, it can be somewhat hard to fill. And you can see over here, 43 minutes now. I paused the video because it was taking too long. Can take a minute to fill the squad, which is slightly annoying, but maybe, that should be solved with just more participation and more knowledge of how this actually works. Maybe a different time frame, because it's kind of a hard time frame for some people. I'll get to the part I don't like about it at the end. Leaving the squad. Hate that. It doesn't actually make you leave the squad. Keeps you in the squad like you're going to do another match, even though you may not want to do a match. Stupid. Alright, so even once you fill, the leader had to press the button to deploy, I think is the button. What the button is, deploy. And then you start the actual matchmaking and moving to your systems, and then a prep phase. Here's me messaging the squad. You can read that. I'm telling them to sit on top of their bases for a minute because I wanted to see if a Titan fortification would work, right? One person brings their Titan out, everybody else sits in the system, you fortify all the ships, and then you go in. Is there a benefit to that? Well, everybody gets a Titan boost. Now, are you in the arena system quick? Not necessarily, no. But how long does that take? 30 seconds? Can you spare 30 seconds? Could be worth it. Could be. Or could you, I did it at a different time, sent a Titan in with a speed crew, which absolutely can have benefit on its own, but you're in the system. All your buddies are in the system somewhat quick, and you can fortify them all, assuming they're not in combat already, which can happen. This part does kind of take a little too long. I certainly understand that you want some prep time, get people to get their bearings, get back to, keyboard. Some people away from keyboard or something. You see, I still haven't even, because you can't bring your ships out until the end of prep time. Did I hit the button? A little bit of lag here. Kind of a lot of lag during these arena matches. It's kind of shitty. You can see we haven't even left yet. They already scored 5 points. And then you see I pulled the Titan back and I brought the Borg cube. I'll get to what I was trying to do with the Borg cube in a minute. But you can see how many fortified ships we got in there now. Hitting people, blowing people up, hitting hostiles. Oh, losing as well. Getting some wins. A strategy you could use. Now you got these. I couldn't even tell the difference between the hostiles. There's supposed to be a difference between the hostiles. There's supposed to be hostiles that give you 1 point and hostiles that give you 3 points. I couldn't tell the difference at all. They all look the same to me. But you kill a few hostiles, like 4, and then you get enough solo armada directives. And then if you do 2 solo armadas, you get enough for a group armada. Killing a group armada is 300 points. Killing a solo armada is 25 points. I don't even remember. PvP kills are 10. Hostile kill... Oh, no, PvP kills are supposed to be 5. Hostile kills are 1. The larger hostile that I didn't see was supposed to be 3. I don't know where that was. There's definitely some kinks to work out in this. I think I like the idea of it. It's okay. I mean, it does add another loop, right? Another faction to gain reputation for. Another faction that you need to acquire credits for to do all these stupid favors. Another set of armada directives that you gotta manage. That part's not fun. It's not. It's annoying. To a certain extent, it's not really that annoying with the armada directives because they are limited to this arena match. This arena match. Which does make it a little better. But still, a whole new faction with new reputation and new credits. I can't be that excited about something like that. I just can't. Not anymore. And as you can see, we actually stopped this guy's armada over there. The circle is still there. And yes, it's not just a visual thing, because if you try to tap on something, like right here, where the stick is for the armada, what do you think it goes to? The flag here? That's what we call a flag. Does it go to the flag or the hostile? It goes to the flag. That's annoying. But by all means, there were going to be hiccups and snags or lags. Annoying as it is, it was going to happen. To a certain extent, we came in here a little late, but we're crushing these guys. Mostly because excuse me. It was a 57 of ours that started it, and you can see we got 261s in here, plus the 57, and then a 54 and a 51. The other team didn't have the advantage of having a big player, like, let's say, me, who, at some point, I just got to camping the warp entry points, which I'm sure is very frustrating and sounds like a total dick move, but you know what? Your opponent cannot score points if they can't get in the system to score points. You want to win, or do you not want to win? If the people making this game didn't want this to actually happen, they would have prevented it from happening. They didn't, so it's okay. But again, flag sticks are still there. So is one of ours. So yes, you can stop an armada from going off. Now, as far as I could tell, the same basic protection of the armada at 10 seconds still applies. But if it's like 15 seconds, you can still hit them. Excuse me. Oh, what I was doing with the Borg cube, and why I think I actually found a use for the Borg cube. Shocking, right? This guy might actually start using his Borg cube more. You notice who I have as captain here: Enterprise Riker, bunch of speed. So I have Enterprise Data and Enterprise Picard on his side. To a certain extent, they do go really well with the Borg cube. The amount of weapons that fire in the first round, and the way that Enterprise Riker and Enterprise Picard's officer abilities activate on a weapon firing. They go very nicely with the Borg cube. So you had the speed there. It's fairly big. Now, if you're a 64 player out there, you're looking at my Borg cube like, oh, that's tiny. You're right. But if you're a 51 out there looking at my Borg cube, it's huge. That works out pretty nicely. Of course, it does for other ships as well. But if you think about it, and you can see the charge of the cutting beam didn't really get up that high, which is disappointing. But if you kill enough hostiles, if you kill enough armadas, do you get a charge for the cutting beam? And does that essentially get you one extra hostile kill? So you got a fairly usable ship here as far as, hostiles and PvP. And it can get you an extra kill. Extra armada directives. You lead to extra armadas. More points. Because the first to 1,000 wins. It's not like, let's say, a territory where it's a 30-minute battle and that's it. Highest score wins. No. First to 1,000 wins. And there we go. Except it took a while for that to actually happen. There you go. We win. Some of the things I don't really like, and there's a lot of things I don't like. I don't like the time slot. I don't like that it happens Monday. Look, I understand a lot of people out there don't like mining and don't like mining Monday, but you know what? There are other players that do. Should you really be scheduling these weekly events on the same day? There's not 7 weekly events out there, so can't they be on different days? I understand player choice and all that, but are you hindering participation? Yeah, kinda. One thing I really didn't like there, you could see here up at the top, I wasn't out of the squad. Somebody didn't know what they were doing, and they could have hit deploy squad, and we wouldn't even have known. Luckily, somebody left. You do have to manually leave after the arena, which is kind of shitty. I think it's shitty. Like, really? Alright, I did a few recordings, so let's load this one up. This one, we got our people together pretty quickly. Advice here. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to be going, how the matchmaking is going to go going forward, because yesterday there was nothing to matchmake off of except for that day. So how's the equation for matchmaking going to work going forward? But something I noticed, the leader and their level was involved. Now, yes, we have a 61 as a leader, but we also had a 66 in there. So that kind of covered us. For this team here, as far as matchmaking goes, we wouldn't want the 66 as a leader. We wouldn't. Because it would matchmake based off of him. So what are we getting matched up with? A bunch of mid-level 60s? You don't want that. You don't want that. To a certain extent, you want some of the lower guys. Now, we didn't want the 57 necessarily because then the 66 couldn't join. So you have the 61 do it. and the 66 can join, and we get potentially a better matchup for us anyway. Not for these guys. Fall cold already, I guess. Or just allergies, tree allergies. Yeah, now it's not going to work out for your opponent, but it's going to work out good for you, which, yeah, it does kind of sound like a dick move, but at the same time, the point here is to win, not to lose. This one took a little longer. And then you can see here, yeah, all right, we had a 64 in there, but that's, we got a 66. I got a 61 and 62. It's a fairly even. I mean, yeah, 66 and 64 aren't that, because you got a rare in there versus an uncommon ship. But a 62 and a 61, yeah, a few high-level 50s, somewhat even. Again, prep time a little too long. But, I mean, it's not too bad. Actually, I can make this playback go a little faster, can't I? I don't want this video to be too long, but I kind of want to go through it again. It's not too long. I mean, it'll take another, 8 minutes-ish? If I don't speed up. Which I might. Let's keep going. Yeah, I mean, not everybody is going to be waiting, and not everybody's going to get the message to wait a little bit. Not everybody's going to want to. But, so, maybe bringing in your Titan with a speed crew, because you can still kill these survey ships. They're easy. And you can fortify your teammates. You can get into the system quicker. Oh, Borg Cube died. Borg Cube's not that great in PvP. I didn't really have any impressive wins. Really didn't have any of that aggravating losses. I mean, I had some losses. They were close. It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I had some aggravating losses where it's like, oh, I'm trying to kill somebody else, and then stupid 64 kills me. But I got him. I got him at the end because he can't move that ship out. So he can get damaged. He can get down to like half hull, and he can get blowed up by me. We'll see later. No, don't steal my kill. Yeah, stole my kill. Mean. Yeah, this was a little bit more competitive match. Or at least it felt like that anyway. To a certain extent, we took the upper hand. You start getting all these PvP kills. And then it is harder to get for your opponent to get their ships in there. You see, I got several ships down. Something I didn't realize. Yes, there are instant repair tokens. And you can repair the ship. Now, if you just click the button to repair the ship, it will take 2 minutes, which is way too long. Minute and a half, 1 minute, I think is better. But at the same time, once you click that repair, you can't use the instant repair token. Which I feel is wrong. It's wrong to do that. You certainly understand the logic there. Oh, well, you just spent 30 seconds repairing the ship. Do you really want to spend the repair tokens? The game's decided not to allow you to do that, but at the same time, player choice. If I choose to do that, can I do that? Maybe it should cost less than 200 tokens for the instant repair then. Because once you started the repair, you can't stop it. Which is, it's lame. That was the idea there? Sorry, no, I don't agree with that at all. Because then you're stuck. You're stuck. You really have players stuck. Well, that's why it benefits, having a bunch of ships loaded up. I mean, the Titan, you see I have the Mantis loaded up. Never got to using it, but an idea. Quick ship with the Rialta here. Got another hostile grinder with the Sanctus. And I got a third ship here for PvP. Not that it's that big, but it's there. Yeah. I mean, the main thing is you definitely want to... I see the charge actually got up there to 96%. Getting PvP kills helps a lot with that. Oh, yeah, Borg Cube died. But, I mean, I kind of sacrificed the Borg Cube to keep him there and then kill his ship. And I won that. Yay, go me. I'm number one. I'm number one. So here we are, killing this armada. And look, I killed him. Oh, I'm sorry. He had about a third hull left. Alright, something else I don't like here. You hit the I button, and it just shows who you fought, your team, their power, your power. Okay, well, we got 1,007 points. How many did I contribute? How many did Mr. Scuba contribute? How about Underpants, Mad Game, Becca? How much did they contribute? That's something I would like to know. I mean, if not for other players, at least myself. I would like to know if I'm pulling the weight. If my theory on, I want to fight this way, or I want to fight that way in this arena, I would like to know if that's actually contributing to the score. Is it? I think it is. Killing some hostiles, killing some opponents. Sounds like it's contributing to the score. Is it? At the same time, I didn't run that many armadas. But at the same time, you got to think, well, if you kill the opponent's ship, then they don't have ships in system to score, right? I don't know. You know? So I would like a more detailed after battle report, right? After action review. I want to know how many opponents, how many enemy players I killed. I want to know how many hostiles I killed. I want to know how many armadas I killed, how many points I scored total. Maybe it's just me wanting to know information and know this stuff. I can't remember all this stuff. Man, sometimes it's all going so quick. I'm just like tapping stuff. Select kill, select kill, select kill. Oh, I died because I suck. Oh, well. Get another ship in there. Kill. You know? Paying attention to how many points you're actually scoring. Are you keeping track of that? I wasn't keeping track of that at all. I mean, however. And again. Get through here. And again, you have to remember to go and leave the squad if you're done. If you're not done, you're not done. But I was done. To a certain extent, it's like waves for me. It's okay, it's a short battle, it's like 10, 15 minutes, but the intensity level is kind of high. Well, let me put this up here for reference. It's not you're not lackadaisically playing the game, grinding out reds or doing armadas. There is more intensity there. How much do I want to do that in a night? Well, that's up to you. Something for you to decide. And to a certain extent, why I don't want to do so many of these in one night is because there's so much shit to do in this game. There's so much. So many different reds to kill. So many different armadas to kill. So many different loots to manage. So many different directives to manage. You know? I like the game mode. There are a lot of things that I think need to be fixed. The lag, for one. At least kicking out the members of the squad. You can keep the squad leader. That's fine. Kick the members out of the squad. Because I wonder how many people last night didn't realize that they needed to leave the squad and then got dragged into another arena match that they didn't really want to do. Sounds like that it would have happened to somebody. A lot of people don't know. Somebody, yes. Am I the only one who actually wants to know how many points I scored in a certain arena match? Doubtful. Am I the only one that wants to know how many points my teammates scored? Doubtful, right? How about your opponent? Do you want to know who is the highest scoring on your opponent's team? Maybe if you face that player again, you know their tactics, or you know who you got to try to counter, because they're going to be your big point getters. But yet, we'll see how much feedback actually gets to these guys and how much they actually change. My guess, not that much, because they don't change that many things. Now, the sooner we get to them, the more likely they will be to change things. We start giving them feedback now. Hey, add this, add that, fix this, make this look a little different. Like, say, the after action review. They're more likely to do it then, right? They're more likely to do it now within the next week or two than a month from now, because they've already moved on to something else, which is, again, why I don't like doing this so much. I don't like the window. I don't like the time window. It opened up at 3 p.m. for me on the East Coast, and it closed at 11 p.m.? Really? What if you're on the West Coast? Are you even home from work yet? You even done with dinner with your family? What do you have, 30 minutes to do an arena match? Or arena matches at all? 30 minutes, that's it? You did it on a Monday? When there's already another weekly event? No, it's got to be on a different day, and it has to be a larger time window. Not 8 hours, 24 hours. Got to be 24 hours. You got to get... Limiting yourself like that limits the participation. Is that really what we all want? Do we want limited participation? No. Makes it harder to fill a squad, doesn't it? Alright. Drag this on long enough. Comment below. How did your arena matches go yesterday? Did you get any wins? I got a few. did 3 arena matches, 2 wins and a loss. The loss, we got kind of crushed, but win some, you lose some, right? What is your favorite feature of the arena? What is it that you really like about it? And at the same time, what is it that you don't like about it and you think needs to be changed to increase the goodness of this feature? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.